呪術廻戦
Okay, let's read chapter 84 of Jujutsu Kaisen. 84 here, Shibuya Jihen, the Shibuya strange event, strange thing, incident, whatever you like, part 2. I keep doing that. Gojo is down here at the bottom of the railway here at Shibuya Station or some building. Go read the previous chapter. He's being enclosed here. This is probably Hanami or Nanami, no, Hanami. Whatever that, I clearly care a lot about the characters here. Za. Pakiki. Okay, the roots. There's a bunch of people trapped down here too. Nakoto shinakutate nigenai yo. Okay, so like some sort of a thing, even if you don't do it, not going to run away or not running away. I'm not going to run away even if you don't do that. Like enclosing him in. Will not run away. Boku ga nigetara, omae ra koko no ningen zenin korosu daro. If run away, you guys, all of the people in this place will kill, right? So if I run away, you're going to kill all the people in this place, right? Oh, like, right? Dakara kite yattan desu kedo. Like, that's why arriving did the favor. That's why I came here, right? It is, but Ano futari nani shappette da? Those two people, what are they talking about? What talking? Iya, yonin daro? No, it's 4 people, right? Okay, so right, you've got these 3 here. Apparently, right, this person is probably seeing these 2. And this person, for whatever reason, is seeing the Jurei, the cursed spirits as well. So, nigetara ka, if run away. Kaito wa. Oh, the answer, the reply. As for the reply, oops. So, what's his name here is saying, like, oh, if you run away, huh? As for the answer, as for the reply. Oh, okay. The doors are sliding open. They had been closed. Wait. And now people are spilling in. Nigezu tomo da. I guess this is even if not running away. So as for the reply, even if not running away. So all the people are spilling out into this area, meaning we're going to kill them regardless of whether you run away or not. Nigezu. Yeah, without running away. The zoo is just and tomo is just even if. Okay. There we go. Not looking good for the humans. Okay, yeah, so that's what happened here. We now get this full page. People have been crammed in. They're now spilling out into the whole area. Hey, Claro, how's it going? Yep.
Oh, ha, 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 ha.
We'll probably see a domain expansion here at some point. All right. So here's Gojo. Sagate shinu yo. He's saying basically like get out of the way, move away or descend or whatever. You're going to die. And people are just kind of freaking out. Again, this is happening on Halloween, so a lot of people are most people are dressed up somehow. And what do we have here? Saki deguchi fusaida no wa mukou gawa ni ningen ga iru ka? Wakaranaku suru tame no blindo mitai na mon ka? Okay. All right. Well, so earlier or previously, the exit, as for like fusaida, as for the blocked exit, fusagu means to be blocked or like crammed. Fusagu. Stopped up, occupied, filled up. So as for the exit that was blocked up earlier, on the opposite side, people existing, it was because people were existing on the other side. Wakaranaku suru tame, for the purposes of not understanding, like a blind spot thing. It's like a blind spot thing, like not understanding. And here we see, like, I guess this was him. Maybe he does an attack and there's people behind there. Kowasen wa, like don't break. Okay, and hard to tell. That is Gojo standing there right in the middle of the page crack, unfortunately. So there you go. Okay, well, people are already starting to die. Boo. And looks like maybe ripping out some guts. There's Hanami. Cha-cha-cha. And I can't remember this guy's name. Seketsu Soujutsu. So red blood manipulation technique. Hey, Semi, how's it going? Hey, I got my other, got the mini needles in. The mini noodles are in. So red blood manipulation technique. P. This is the guy that was the brothers with the other two brothers. Oh, okay. So this thing apparently becomes a whip that is now just slicing people. Great, great. That's right. Now we wait for the spindles. And then we make the noodles. Okay. Karibarai. Okay, this is something purifying. Kari in this case means... Oh, it's funny. Oh, there it is. Oh, what happened? There, to cut, to mow grass, to harvest. So this is like cutting purification. Boy, it's really hard to see like what's going on here. I mean, like people are getting sliced. There's Gojo. He's blocking whatever this attack was. So this attack, I guess, was coming towards him, slicing people in the way. Yeah, you can see right there's some severed stumps. And but it's splitting when it gets to Gojo. Bachi. Oh, okay. And suddenly they're both on either side of him. Bita. Bita. I don't know if this is supposed to be like time slowing down, or is it the infinite gap? They're like slowing down as they approach him, so they're not actually going to be able to punch him. Zoo, zoo, zoo.
Hello there.
Zoo. Okay, Hanami, volcano dude. People cowering in horror. Oh, okay. Ryoiki Tenen. So this is a domain. What is that? 10N extension? 10n. This is n as like to prolong or expand. What is the 10? Huh, 10. It's that 10, which is to expand. Okay, so kind of like this idea of unfolding, expanding domain. But they're like doing it together, like the Wonder Twins. Okay. Go. So I guess they slam in and he is like hopping up or something. Naruhodo, Toyoka. I see now, like this sort of a thing. Jusoshi to kunden dakara sou kuru ka. With combining, because it's combining with cursed users, that way it's coming to this. Yeah, so because combining, joining with a cursed user, they're talking about the blood manipulation dude. It's coming to be this way or that way, huh? Okay. Ryoki Tenen. So domain, unfolding, expansion. It's not expansion, but the English went with amplification. But amplification is usually a different word, which is why whatever. This is like unfolding and like extending. Shin kage no kan-i ryoiki to onaji da ya. Dana. The new shadows, simple domain, it's the same as that. So it's the same as with the simple domain of the new shadow, Shinkage. Whatever this is. Honrai no kekkai jutsu toshite, aite o tojikomeru ryoiki tenkai o hako ya ori to suru nara. Okay, so ori here is going to be like a net, meaning like a fisherman's net, I think. Like a weaving, yeah. But it's not, it's a different kanji, which I think is more about, okay, a cage, a pen, a jail cell. Okay, honrai. The original magical barrier technique concerning the original or the essential magical barrier technique, enclosing the opponent, and this again, that's the Ryo-iki Tenkai, which is the unfolding or expansion of the domain. A box or a cage, if it's doing that. So if it's making a box or a cage of the domain unfolding or expansion to enclose the opponent, that's what he's talking about. This is all part of this. Hey, Akun, how's it going? Ryoiki tenen wa mizu. Okay, so he's saying if Tenkai, which is the expansion or the domain, is about a box or a cage, making a box or a cage to enclose the opponent, then as for Tenen, as for this word, this expansion, or it's not an expansion, we'll go with amplification for lack of a better word, it's water. Jibun dake o tsutsumu ekitai. Just oneself, I guess like a bodily fluid enveloping just oneself. So tenen is like water with this analogy. That's like a bodily fluid that's enveloping just oneself. Ryoiki o oshikayasu toki no shodo ni chikai kankaku kana? Oh, okay. Oshikasu, to push and return, push back. Yeah, to force back. And shodo ni, the first push, the first movement. Initial response, yeah. Approaching kankaku. Okay, so is it... Well, let's read it this way, and we'll read it this way so you get a sense of how this is supposed to be meaning. This is Gojo talking to himself, trying to figure out what this whole 10N is supposed to be. It's the domain pushing back time of the like first response approaching that sort of a feeling, I wonder. So, or a sensation. I wonder if it's a sensation that's approaching or close to the first response of the time of pushing back on the domain. That probably makes a little bit more sense. Hichu kouka wa usumaru ga kakujitsu ni jutsu shiki o chuwa shite kuru. Hitting the target effectiveness. As for the effectiveness of hitting the target, it like thins out, it becomes thin. Kakujitsu ni jutsu shiki o chuwa. And chuwa is like to neutralize. Yeah, okay. And kakujitsu ni, like certainly. Yeah, certainly arriving at doing neutralization of the technique. Okay, so as for the effectiveness of hitting a target, it becomes thin, it thins out, and certainly it comes to do neutralization of the technique. Okay. Kore nara, if it's this thing, boku ni mo koukeki wa ataru. Even to me, as for attacks, will land, will strike. Okay. Now we appear to be fading into a semi-flashback here. So, Gojo Satoru ga ichiban chikara o hakki suru no wa? Gojo Satoru, the most powerful as for the haki, as for doing haki. Demonstration. Okay, so as for demonstrating, like the most powerful for Gojo, Donna toki ga wakaru kai? What sort of a time is it? Do you know? So do you understand at what sort of a time is Gojo demonstrating like his most powerful, most power? Mottai buru na hanase. Mottai buru na. Wasted, like don't. Wait, mottai. Oh, don't put on airs. Yeah, don't put on airs. Talk. So in other words, like don't put on airs here. Don't assume your importance. Just talk. Hanase. Sore wa ne. As for that, hitori no toki da yo. It's the time when he's alone. Okay, now we're full-blown flashback, and unfortunately, it's a blabberfest. So here we go. Donna jujutsu shi de mo kare no mae de wa kihon nashi de matoita. Okay. Whatever the sorcerer, as for like being before him, fundamentally ashi de matoida. It's like getting in the way. Ashi te madoi is to be an impediment, burden, encumbrance, hindrance, or drag. So again, like it doesn't matter what sorcerer is fighting with him. If they're with him, they're fundamentally an impediment. だからまず, and that's why first, そのさらに下の非術師で五条悟の周囲を固める。And that's why first, all the more, そのさらに. Yeah, beyond that, lower non-sorcerers, or with non-sorcerers that are below, meaning like lower, I guess, lower strength. Gojo's surroundings cram, harden, stiffen, katameru. Yeah, solidify, to harden, to freeze. To put together, to collect, to consolidate. Which is what they've done. We will put together, collect around the surroundings of Gojo with lower non-sorcerers. Jutsushiki Hanten no saitei shutsuryoku wa junten no sore no 2 bai. Okay, so the technique reversal's lowest output, as for the lowest output of the, like, and this is like strength output, as for the lowest output of the reversal technique, junten no sore no 2 bai. It's 2 times of that thing's junten. That's his other technique, right? Kijutsushi o makikomazu ni tsukau no wa hobo fukano da. Without getting involved non-sorcerers, as for using, it's approximately impossible. Generally impossible. Yeah, roughly approximately impossible. So basically he's saying it's not possible for him to use it without getting involved non-sorcerers if he's surrounded by them. And we're getting some flashbacks here of, like, I guess him using that technique. You can see how, like, powerful it is and stuff. Ao mo doyo ni kimi tachi ni youkou na shutsuryoku made ageru koto wa dekinai daro. Even blue, in the same manner, against you guys, effectiveness of output, even that, as for the event of, I guess, using it, it won't be possible, right? Okay. So it's like, basically, it's going to be even difficult for him to use blue. Ao o tsukatta kousoku idou mo muzukashii hazu da. Even the high-speed movement of using blue ought to be difficult. Hijutsushi ni totte wa, and as for concerning non-sorcerers, dampu mitai na mono dakara ne. It's like a dumping thing. As for due to non-sorcerers, it's like a dumping thing, isn't it? Okay. The English here went, for non-sorcerers, it would be like dumping energy on them. For the non-sorcerers, it's like dumping. It's like dumping. He just says dumpu. It's like dumping on them. The English was kind enough to mean dumping energy. Butsu kattara sokushi. If strike, then it is sokushi. Instant death. Okay, that makes sense. その状況では、as for in those circumstances, 五条悟はただ守りに徹するしかない。As for again, as for in those circumstances, or these circumstances, as for Gojo Satoru, simply to protecting, nothing to do but tessuru. Devote oneself. So basically, in these sort of circumstances, Gojo will basically only be devoting himself to simply protecting, meaning the non-sorcerers. 無料空想はどうする? Okay, so this is this is what Claro mentioned, the infinite expanse. Yeah. Actually, it's murio. Yeah, immeasurable. The immeasurable expanse. As for that, how do? I mean, what are we going to do about that? 五条悟の領域、無料苦笑の影響を受けないのは? Okay, Gojo Satoru's domain, the infinite expanse, or the measureless expanse, its environment, not able to, as for not being able to receive? Is Eikyo influence? Influence. As for the ones not able to receive the influence or the effect of Gojo Satoru's domain, the infinite, immeasurable void, expanse, as for those, Gojo Satoru 本人と彼が触れているものだけだろう. It's Gojo Satoru himself and he touching people, just that probably. So basically, the people that aren't affected, influenced by his domain is himself and the people that he's probably just the people he's touching. Karini ザトの中から君たちだけを領域内に閉じ込める技量があったとして。All right, this is setting up what's going to happen here next. 仮に Okay, for argument's sake. For example, for argument's sake, by him from the inside of the Zato. Oh, yeah, so like being in the inside of that congestion, meaning all the people, just you guys, referring to the cursed spirits, to the inside of the domain, enclosing technique if that happens or if that occurs. Yeah, the ability, if that ability exists. So again, he's saying, like, for argument's sake, let's say that even with all the people there, he just manages to get you cursed spirits into the domain. Then, かなりの数の秘術師が無料苦笑と扉の間で圧死する. Okay. Then a considerable number of non-sorcerers in the space between the curtain and the immeasurable domain or the immeasurable expanse will do like pressure death. They're going to be crushed to death. You don't see ashi very much. Yeah, crushing to death. So here we can see, right? There's the tobira, the curtain that's out here, and then we get tatemono buildings. Here's the Murio Kusho, Gojo's immeasurable expanse, and then there's all the people getting crushed to death in the gap between the two. So that's apparently how things work. Kuwari kubun, this is like 99%. 割区分Gojo Satoru wa Ryoiki o tenkai shinai. 99% as for Gojo Satoru, expanse or domain will not unfold or will not expand. So 99% sure that Gojo won't do that. Hey Starbug, how's it going? 逆に君たちも領域を展開しちゃいけないよ. On the other hand, you guys also domain unfolding can't do. Doing that is no good. 大量の非術師を領域に入れたら a large number, a large amount of non-sorcerers into the domain if enter, 彼も諦めて領域を展開せざるを得ない。Then he also, meaning Gojo, like giving up. 諦めて. Yeah, that's to give up. Yeah, like we'll give up, and so even he also will give up and unfold, expand the domain. Sezaru o enai. Okay, this is an expression that means he'll be compelled to. He can't avoid doing it. He'll have to do it. He'll have to expand his domain. He'll give up and have to do that. Okay, we're flashing back here still. I guess that's Mahito and Hanami maybe blowing bubbles and playing. 領域の押し合いで、領域の押し合いで勝ち目がないのは知ってるだろ? Okay, so oshiai would be like pushing each other. Yeah, jostling. With a jostling of domains, the winning, as for the Kachime ga nai, do you understand? Are you understanding as for the one that would win, I guess? Kachime. Oh, no. Kachime wa nai is to have no chance of succeeding. Yeah, so in a jostling of domains, as for it being like no chance of succeeding, you understand that, right? Okay, finally, we're slowly coming out of this flashback. Tonikaku, in any case, Gojo Satoru o shuchu saseru nda. In any case, make due concentration of Gojo. Shuchu saseru nda. Like you must do concentration of Gojo Satoru. Jurei kouryoku hijutsushi kyushutsu. The cursed spirit kouryaku, capturing cursed spirits or non-sorcerers, like I guess getting out of trouble. Okay, you must make him concentrate. Make Gojo concentrate on like these two things, I guess, like capturing cursed spirits or rescuing, getting out of trouble, non-sorcerers. Saite demo 20 bun wa hoshi. Even at the lowest amount, ask for 20 minutes wanting. Okay, this is important. Even at the least, ask for 20 minutes wanting. I want at least 20 minutes. その後は私と5個問今日の出番だ. As for the rest, as for after that, me and the hell something, it's that duty or turn. Deban. Yeah, it's the turn for me and the Gokumon Kyo. Oh, we saw that many chapters ago. It's like the little box or something that they were postulating could actually contain Gojo or something. Gokumon. Yeah, prison gate. And then I forget what the kyo was. We could look it up again, I guess, just for giggles, if I can actually find it. Come on, focus. Here we go. So we've got something that's like Jaku, but instead of the wing or whatever, it's got Tsuchi. And then we've got this in field and that in field. There it is. Boundary. Boundary is what it means. So the hell boundary. Okay. Nigeru na to itta hazu da zo. Don't run away, ought to have said. I thought I said don't run away. Okay, that's the volcano dude talking. We get some sort of like Kanandayo? Is that Nandan? Yeah. I can't really read that one. People are yelling out some stuff. Sakeno. I can't read that either. Oh, that's like don't push. Osuna. Okay. Anyway. Okay, he's killing more people here. Even this way, if don't do you not understand? So double negative, like, do you understand if I do this? Rips off a guy's head. Shojiki odoroita yo. Frankly, I'm surprised. You know? Ananda iiwake ka? What is it? Like excuses? Boom. Setting that head on fire. Chigai yo hage. It's different, or you're wrong, Baldy. Kono teiro de boku ni kateru to. With this extent, if it's winning against me, omotteru no miso ni, thinking, I guess thinking winning against me with this level, with this extent, no miso is not a polite term here. This is like poopy brains. Your brain tissues, to your brain tissues. Odoroita te itte tanda yo. Like that's what's shocking. If your brains are thinking that, that's what I'm saying. PD. Okay. Odoraita te, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised that I guess in your brains you're thinking that you can win against me with this extent. Sono zaso, sokono zaso. Zaso is like weed. Miscellaneous grass. Yeah, miscellaneous grass. Like this is like, hey, you weed over there. He's talking about Hanami. Ao no wa sandome dana. As for meeting, it's the third time, isn't it? So we're getting the flashback, I guess, of the different times. Nameta mane shiagatte. Nameta. Like a naive behavior you're doing. You're acting naive. You're being naive. Mazu wa omae kara korosu. As for first, from you will kill. And the kanji there is the purify exercise. So basically, I'll start with you. I'll kill you first. Oh, and the blindfold has come off. Oh, I guess he did that here. All right. And that is the end of the chapter. That is the end of the chapter. For whatever reason, this chapter goes immediately into chapter 85. We don't get like an art or anything at the end. So that is the end of chapter 84. Even with that massively long flashback with Geto blabbing on as usual, we still managed to get through it in only like 40 minutes. So there we go. 84. 85 will be next, part 3 of this incident. We'll see what happens next time.